All right, what's up everyone? Welcome. This is Maggie Hayes Yoga and I am popping on here real quick with a quick power flow because I have been sitting all day and I am in desperate need of a quickie, you know what I'm saying? So the way that I like to do this is just take your standard sun salutation and kind of just build variations off of it and work through that. I've really tried to refine this kind of sequence so that within the span of 20 or 30 minutes, you will still feel like you got that full 60, 90 minute comprehensive practice. So that's enough of me talking. Let's get going. All right, so we are gonna jump right into it and feel free to put on some music, set a vibe, make it fun, you know? All right, so we're just gonna start at the top of the mat. Feet are gonna come together, so big toes come to touch. Find a kind of relaxed stance at first and bring the palms together at the center of your chest. We're gonna start with sun salutation A. So press your palms together, inhale, reach your arms up, squeeze your legs together. And then exhale to forward fold, bending at the knees. Taking a second here to just kind of let the upper body get really, really heavy. Keep that bend in the knees so much that your chest is gonna come down and touch the tops of your thighs. Keep the weight forward in your toes. Relax your head, relax your neck. You can grab opposite elbows if you feel sturdy enough. Just take about 2 more breaths right here. Start to pull the navel in towards the spine. All right, next inhale, we're taking a half lift. So hands plant down, crown of the head reaches forward, shoulders pull down the back. And then exhale, plant your palms and step back to a high plank pose. Hold it here. Palms are gonna be right under the shoulders. Spread your fingers really wide and push down with all 10 knuckles, especially that index knuckle. You really wanna keep that connection. Center up the palm pushes down. Shoulder blades kind of roll away from each other. So that little piece in between your shoulder blades, the upper back is gonna puff up, belly pulls in, your hips are up in line with your shoulders, so maybe a little higher than you think that they should be. You can't be down here, you shouldn't be rounding up here, just keep that nice straight spine, and the legs are really strong, so reach up with the backs of your knees and out with the backs of your heels. Your whole body is working for 5, belly in for 4, knuckles down for 3, hold 2, inhale to shift your shoulders forward to the top of the mat, and then exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga, hold it here. Your arms are at 90 degrees, hug your elbows in towards your ribs, shoulders pull down the back of your neck is long, keep holding it, belly in, legs are strong, and then upward facing, inhale into the chest, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Whew. And for that first down dog, you can pedal out the legs, you can stretch out the hips, just take any movement here, maybe stretch out the shoulders. I like to stretch the sides of my body by lifting the knees and then dipping the knees over to the right. So lengthening out that right side body and then bringing it back center and going left. But you do you. All right, wherever you're at, come back to down dog, feet or hips width distance apart. Center of the heels reach down towards the ground. Kneecaps pull up and inner thighs are gonna reach up behind you. Tailbone tips up. And then inhale to look forward, bend the knees, prepare, hopper, step to the top of the mat. Take a half lift, lengthen the spine, and then forward fold, exhale. Inhale to rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, let it go, pour it out. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, jumper, step back, chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing, chest forward, shoulders down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot to the center, lift your right leg up high, so you're in a 3-point dog, 3-legged dog. And then bend the knee and stack open your hips. So you're trying to stack that right hip on top of the left. Knee reaches up towards the ceiling. Heel squeezes down towards the glute. Next, inhale, 3-point, square off the hip. And then exhale, down dog. Left leg rises, deep inhale. Bend the knee, stack open your hip, exhale. Push down evenly into your palms. So that left palm really pushes down. Left shoulder maybe dips down. Keep the shoulders in one line. Right leg is strong, that grounding leg. Next inhale, square it off. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to look forward, travel to the top of the mat. Take a half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale to rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips, weight forward in the toes. Half lift, inhale, shoulders down. Exhale, plant your palms, jump or step back, chaturanga, body stays in one line. Inhale, upward facing, tops of feet, push down. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Navel pulls in towards the spine, moves down towards the heart. Wrap the shoulder blades, so shoulder blades roll away from each other. Externally rotating the upper arms. Hands are shoulder width distance apart. Index fingers point straight forward. And then keep connecting, keep pushing down with that index knuckle, the root of your thumb and the center of your palm. All right, we're gonna pick it up a little bit. On your next inhale, look forward, bend the knees, hop or step to the top of the mat, take a half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale, hips down, arms up, reach it up, hold it here. So push down into your heels. Squeeze your ankles together, squeeze your knees together. Unless you have any sensitivity in your low back, then you can bring your feet hips width distance apart, but you're working on getting those legs together. Tailbone pointing straight down. Think about sitting the hips back so you can work the knees over your ankles, and then your chest is lifted. So shoulders down the back, fingertips reach up. Maybe you bring the palms together. Maybe you shift your gaze up towards your thumbs. Hold for 5. Hold for 4. Belly in for 3. Legs together, 2. Deep inhale here. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, jump or step back, chaturanga. Inhale, breathe into the chest, open up, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to bring your right foot between the hands, left heel down. Arms come up for warrior 1. So with that front foot, you want to push down with the ball of your foot. Pinky toe ball, center of the heel. So that little triangle, 3 points of the foot on the sole of the foot, rooting you down. Working the front knee over the ankle, pulling that right hip back. Your back foot is at 45 degrees, so you got a little angle, and outer edge of the back foot pushes down. Gotta pull my shirt up. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, hands down. Step it back, chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing, open up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Next inhale brings the left foot forward between the hands, right heel down. Come on up, warrior 1. You want to work all your poses from the ground up. So root down through the 3 points of that front foot, outer edge of the back foot, and you want to find your midline, hugging everything in towards the center of your body. So inner thighs are going to hug together, navel's going to pull in and up, and keep a lift in your chest. Shoulders down the back, take an inhale. Exhale, hands down, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Close your front bottom ribs and keep your gaze up towards the navel, like you can see your belly button. Keep lifting through the tailbone, hips are up high. And then inhale to look forward, bend the knees, hop or step to the top of the mat, take a half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale, hips down, arms up, reach it up. And then twist over to your right on an exhale. So palms come to prayer, elbow comes to the outside of the knee, look up over your right shoulder. Keep pushing down into the heels. Keep squeezing ankles together. Sit your hips back. You want your hips to be lower than your heart. Next, inhale, chair pose, bring it back center, and then twist over to the left, exhale. So the knees are in one line, so maybe pull that right knee, right hip back. Lengthen through the tailbone. Open through the chest. Think about reaching up with that left collarbone, left shoulder. Next, inhale, come back center, chair pose. Forward fold, exhale, let it go. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, jump or step back. Move through your flow, meet in down dog. From your down dog, next inhale brings the right foot forward, left heel down, come up for that warrior one. And then open up warrior two. So now you're opening up the hips and those back toes turn out. So now the back foot is parallel with the back edge of your mat. Keep pushing down with the outer edge of the back foot. Pull up on this back kneecap so this back leg is really strong. Engage the thigh. Working the front knee over the ankle and tractioning it out over towards the right. You want your knee to line up with your second toe. Supported side angle, right forearm goes down, left fingertips pick up. So keep pushing down with the 3 points of that front foot, especially your front heel. Really try to connect with that front heel. Stay low in the front knee and tuck your right hip underneath. Right sits bone tucks under. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step it back. Move through your flow. Find your down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down. Come up, warrior one. And then open up, warrior two. Find the 3 points of your front foot, outer edge of the back foot. Tailbone down, navel in and up. Back bottom ribs pick up, so your low spine is straight. Shoulder blades squeeze together, reach out from the fingertips. And then take your supported side angle, left forearm down, right fingertips pick up. So left sits bones tuck under. Try to open through that right hip. Navel pulls in and up. And then right chest, right armpit face up towards the ceiling. Lengthen through the crown of the head so the upper body's really long here. Take an inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step it back. Vinyasa. Take 2 breaths in your down dog. And then bend the knees, inhale, look forward, travel to the top of the mat, take a half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale, hips down, arms up, and then twist over to your right, exhale. Either stay here, or you can start to play with side crow. So I'm gonna switch to face you guys. So from your chair twist, you're gonna plant your hands down to your right. They should be about shoulder width distance apart, and you're keeping this twist in your low body. You can lower your hips down. Start to bend the elbows back so that you create a little shelf with your triceps for your hips and for your knees. Now you can just start to play with this placement, just kind of stacking the hips and the knees on the triceps. If you feel comfortable, you can lift the toes up, point your toes and squeeze your ankles together, pull your belly in tight, push down into your finger pads. If you're comfortable here, maybe straighten out the legs, reach through your big toes, hold 3, hold 2, and 1. Make your way back to a chair pose, take an inhale, and then twist it up, exhale. Lengthen through that low back, reach your tailbone back, and then if you took side crow on the other side, you gotta take it on this side, you gotta balance it out, you know? So plant your hands down, hips lower down, elbows bend back, find that little shelf, and you wanna round your spine here, start to pull your belly in. Hips find the elbows, find the triceps, knees find the triceps, start to shift your energy forward, push down into the finger pads, lift the toes up. If you're comfortable, whoop, am I comfortable? Straighten out the legs, keep that belly in tight for 3, for 2, 1. Make your way back to your chair pose, take an inhale, and then forward fold, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, jump or step back, vinyasa. Okay, this is our last little variation of the sun salutation, so let's do it. Take an inhale to bring your right foot forward, left heel down, come up, warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. So you're opening the hips, tailbone down, trying to get those hips into one line. Take an inhale here. Cartwheel the hands down to frame your front foot on your exhale, and then find your high lunge on an inhale. So 3 points of the front foot push down. Back heel is lifted and pulling forward. You want your back heel to come up above your big toe. Belly pulls in, chest is open, chest is lifted. Moving into a power lunge. So winging the arms back behind you, extending the chest forward, hugging inner thighs together, really pushing down into the 3 points of that front foot. You want that front foot to support you enough because we're taking off into warrior three. So push off into that right foot, left leg rises up, point through your left toe and reach through that big toe. Pull your belly in, shoulder blades pull down the back. Standing hand to big toe pose. So really firming up that right leg, right kneecap pulls up, chest lifts up, left leg comes out in front of you. Flex the foot and hook your big toe with your 2 first fingers. Or also option 2, bend the knee and just hold on to your knee, so whatever you got. But you want to keep the hips in one line, shoulders in one line. I feel like whenever I'm in like a strenuous pose, my tone of voice kind of gets a little more aggressive, and I'm trying to work on it. Sorry, guys. Okay. But wherever you're at, you're flexing through the foot, the heel's reaching away from you. And then we're gonna move into standing hand to big toe pose B. So that's just a fancy way of saying open your hip. Keep reaching through that heel. Kneecap pulls up, so that left thigh is really strong. Core is tight, really pull that belly in. And right leg is rooted. Coming back through center. Reach your arms up. Leg stays lifted. Point the toe. Reach through the big toe for 3. For 2. Warrior 3. So we're still on that right foot. Left leg comes back behind you. Move slow, move control, and use your core, your center of gravity. We're opening up half moon. Right hand comes down. Left arm picks up. Chest opens up. Trying to stack that left hip on top of the right. And now we're flexing through the left foot, so reaching back with the heel. Slow, controlled warrior 2, bring it back. Lightly touching that back foot down. Taking an inhale. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Hands come to frame the front foot, and then take a twist. Right arm reaches up. Inner thighs hug together. Left palm pushes down. Side plank. Roll onto the outer edge of that left foot. Right foot comes back to meet the left. Flexing through the feet to turn on all those muscles in your legs so you can lift your hips up to the ceiling. If you're good, maybe lift the top leg up. Hold 3. Left shoulder down 2. 1. Come back to plank pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, vinyasa. All right, other side, let's do it. Next inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, warrior 1, come up, and then warrior 2, open up. Slow down the breathing, and keep your eyes steady. Take an inhale. Cartwheel the hands down, find your low lunge, exhale. High lunge as you inhale, opening up the chest, coming up. Inner thighs hug together. Use your legs, these really big muscles, to support you. 3 points of the front foot, back heel pulls forward, navel pulls in and up, shoulders down the back. Power lunge, arms wing back behind you. I'm not sure if this is just like a made up pose, but for our purposes, it's a good transitioning moment because we're moving into that warrior three, pushing off into the left leg, right leg rises up. The moment that right leg leaves the ground, you want to turn on those muscles, so point through that big toe. Right hip is down in line with the left, belly pulls in, slow down your breathing, streamline it through the body. Coming forward, standing hand to big toe pose. Right leg comes down and up, chest lifts up, left hand to left hip. Either hook your big toe or grab a hold of that knee. 3 points of the left foot push down. Ball of the foot is glued down to the ground. Really use the ball of the foot here as your stabilizer. If you have your toe, pull up on that right big toe and push back on your fingers. Engage the core as you open up your hips, so using that center of gravity to support the transition. Keep your chest lifted, eyes steady. Crown of the head lifts, so spine is long, upper body's really long. Coming back through center. Leg stays lifted, point the toe, reach your arms up for 3. This is like the hardest part for 2. Warrior 3, keeping the legs engaged as you move, reaching the fingertips forward and down, and then opening up half moon. Flexing through the back foot. Inner edge of the left foot is pushing down, kneecap is pulling up. Core is tight, belly pulls in. Slow, controlled warrior 2. Just for a second here, take an inhale to lift the chest. Cartwheel the hands down, exhale. And then take your twist, left arm up, deep inhale. Push into that right palm, index knuckle pushes down, right shoulder pulls back. Inner thighs hug together. Moving into that side plank, you can shift your gaze down to the ground to keep you a little bit more stable. Left leg comes back to meet the right. So turn on the legs, flex through the feet, pull the kneecaps up, lift the hips higher. If you lifted the leg on the other side, go ahead, try it out for 3. Legs are strong for 2. Come back to center, plank pose, deep inhale. Exhale, lower it down, move through your flow. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale to look forward, bend the knees, travel to the top of the mat, take a half lift. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale, hips down, arms up, reach it up. Lift your heels, squeeze ankles together and push them forward. Squeeze legs together, belly's in so tight, spine is straight. Start to slowly, slowly lower all the way down for 5. Legs squeeze together for 4, 3, 2, boat pose, Navasana. Tailbone down, legs up. Legs can be straight or you can bend the knees, calves parallel to the ground, which is what I'm going to do because talking and doing this is really difficult. So point your toes and keep your eyes locked on your big toes. Squeeze the ankles together, squeeze the knees together, belly pulls in, chest is lifted like you're going to touch the tops of your thighs with your chest. Shoulders down the back, hold for 3, breathing is steady for 2. Low boat, exhale, lower, lengthen, hover. Reach out from the toes, out from the fingertips, pull your belly in and push your low back down. Your whole body is working. Squeeze the legs together, hold 5, hold 4, stay with it, 3, 2, lower all the way down 1. Ah, good Lord. Okay, we're gonna take a bridge pose to stretch out those abs. So feet come in, planting down, hips width distance apart, big toes point straight forward. You want to make sure your heels are in close enough to the hips so you can just graze your heels with your fingertips. Push the low back down and then inhale, push into the feet, lift the hips up.
Push down through the 3 points of your feet. So really find the balls of your feet, the pinky toe balls, the center of the heels. Inner thighs activated and hugging towards one another like you have a block in between the legs that you got to keep lifted. Hips lift higher. Chest comes towards the chin. Either stay here or you can move into wheel pose because this is going to be our only back bend. So fingertips face towards the heels, hands plant on either sides of the ears. Keep the elbows over the wrists as you push yourself up. And you really want to keep that lift in your hips and the legs really active. So hugging inner thighs together, 3 points of the feet pushing down. Let's hold for 5, for 4, open through the chest for 3, shoulder blades roll away from each other, 2, lower down, 1. Extend the legs out long, arms up long overhead. Take an inhale, get a nice full body stretch. Bring the right knee up into the chest. Push the low back down. Take a breath here. Reaching the knee up towards the armpit, so kind of outside the rib cage. And then we're going to take a twist. So bringing it over to the left across the body. Look over to your right. Right arm can extend out. Left hand can either stay on that thigh or you can reach that up. Breathe here. Bringing it back center, giving the knee another hug, and then switching them out. Left knee in, right leg out. Maybe close the eyes, take a second here. And then take your twist. Bring it across the body. You can also kind of scoot your hips over to the left if that's helpful. Lots of options. Just find your twist and breathe. Bring it back through center. Give the knee one more hug. And then we're going to finish with an inversion. We're going to finish with shoulder stand. So again, I'll kind of turn to face you. And a few options, you can just extend your legs straight up and you can just stay here. You can hang out here. If you want to put your legs up a wall, that is also a wonderful option. Or full version, point your toes, lift your hips, hands come to the low back, reach the toes up towards the ceiling, squeeze your legs together, keep ankles stacked over the hips. Push into the tops of your shoulders. Either keep your eyes on your big toes or maybe close the eyes and focus on the point between the eyebrows. Keep the breath really slow and deep. Slowly starting to lower all the way down. And coming up to find a nice comfortable seat. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. I hope you got just what you needed out of that. I hope you guys are feeling amazing. I definitely invite you to take a Shavasana, nice rest as long as you can, but if you gotta go, you gotta go. Live your life. All good. But let's bring the palms together at the center of the chest. Close the eyes. And know that the divine in me sees and honors the divine in each of you. Namaste. I will see you guys next time.